Three, two, one. Live from Tucson and California. Here we go. It's the Shelf Help Show. They have some theme music. Do I have theme music? Okay, I feel like I'm stealing that from somebody. Maybe it's Rocky? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm ready.
Emotional damage.
Guess who?
Who is this?
My name is Jeff.
What are you doing, Steph?
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and
Get out! Get the fuck out!
You can't handle the truth.
dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Hello?
Oh my God!
Hey,
I'm off the deep
you ever been in love?
Daddy, you're in love.
I love you.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
From the scattered mind of Dad Bod Biker Bear. I love that. Don't you love that?
Yeah. I said yes. Can you not hear me?
Well, when you use your words and volume, yeah, I can hear you. When you're like,
You're a brat.
you know. I don't know if you guys have noticed with my better half, TLOML, right there, Miss Rebecca in his house. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
Hi. So tell me about moonshine and hangovers. How does that go?
Oh, good Lord.
Good Lord. There's a reason why moonshine is illegal. It's for
Oh, but
tax.
it's so good, though. It's dangerous. It's so dangerous.
Is this like legit moonshine that you had, like, somebody makes this stuff in a still at their house? Or,
Yeah,
in the backwoods? Legit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Makes all kinds of shine. And then he puts it in, like, Powerade bottles so he can take it with him places.
Now, this just isn't like getting vodka and, like, adding food coloring to it, right? Like,
No, this is legit made with, like,
shine.
makes it
Like, okay.
shine.
How does he know what the ABV, the alcohol by volume, how does he know how potent it is?
He tests it. There's like a test kit you can get from like a hydroponics place, like if they do like beer. And he tests it.
So he doesn't have like one of those weird, like he takes a straw and then he blows bubbles in it, and then he touches the bubbles with his fingers really fast, and then the ones you can tell by how fast the bubbles break, like how potent it is. Nothing weird like that. No, okay.
He's not like backwoods like that. Although he kind of looks like he could be backwoods like.
What's this person's first name? We don't want last name. Just first name.
John.
Dawn. Does he look like he should be on Duck Dynasty?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How often does Mr. Duck Dynasty, Don Dynasty, how often does he bathe as far as you would predict, like on a monthly basis?
Every day.
Every day. Okay. So he's not a complete reprobate.
No. He works a legit job, and him and his wife have a beautiful home.
Oh, shit. Okay, so Dr. Don Dynasty is a upstanding citizen. He just happens to like to distill his own liquor.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it taste like?
So he makes several flavors. Last night we had orange creamsicle.
Ooh.
Tasted like an orange creamsicle. And
well, that would make sense. If it tasted like chocolate, that would probably just change the name, right?
But I mean, it actually tasted like an orange creamsicle. It was so dangerous.
Oh, authentic.
And then I had apple pie. Then apple pie shine. That's his signature.
You were the designated driver. You told me.
Yeah, I was supposed to be the designated driver. And then I smuggled moonshine into the bar. And that's when my night took a turn.
I saw you on the bucking bronco.
On the mechanical bull.
The mechanical bull. Tell me about riding a mechanical bull. Did you miss me?
You're such an ass. You know how many freaking comments I got on the side? Like how many people messaged me?
I'm sure you had your knees clamped down. You were holding on. You were ready to rock. It wasn't until they dipped forward on you that they fucked you up.
Well, I was fine. Actually, the reason why I could have actually, believe it or not, probably held on longer if I was wearing pants. My issue was I could feel, and I still see it right now. Like when I look, there's chafing on my inner thigh. Yeah. From because my shorts were kind of short, and I was and I was weighing it in my mind. I'm like, I could hold on. I could dig my thighs in deeper because I could hold on. I have pretty powerful thighs. I could hold on. I could hold on a little longer, and I could totally just be on here forever. But what am I gonna? I have a picnic in the heat tomorrow.
Picnic in the heat, right?
Am I really gonna want to walk around with this chafed inner thighs?
Right.
And I decided, no, I
don't.
If
Daddy's not there to kiss it and make it better. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Savage. What?
The kids in the background?
Tell me about your inner thigh some more.
Tell me about my what?
Tell me about your inner thigh some more. Go ahead.
It's red.
It's all you.
It's chafed a little. I don't know. It's fine. Really, Jeffrey. See, I think that you think that it's easier for people to talk to, like when they're alone or whatever. Like you can just sit there and talk and talk. Yeah. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. 1, 2, I don't have anything to talk about.
Wow. That's not true. That's not true. Really, in order for you to be successful monologuist, all you have to do is take yourself mentally through Facebook or Instagram and think of the things that you saw and talk about them. That's all you have to do.
I can't.
Impeach Clarence Thomas. Impeach Clarence Thomas. First off, can a Supreme Court justice who's appointed for life be impeached? I'm not aware of the articles of impeachment being for anyone, because he's not an elected. They're not an elected office; they're an appointed office. A vice president can be impeached, and a president can be impeached. Members of Congress, can they be impeached? Or are they just impeached? Just means indicted, right?
They don't use the word impeach for
they're indicted,
but it's the same thing.
They get censured. They get
not even censured. Censured means that censured doesn't allow them to talk while they're serving, but it's not even just censured. They get it's a removal of office, but they don't call it impeachment.
Well, impeachment. I think that's where we have the verbiage wrong too. Is Impeachment just means indicted. It doesn't mean convicted. So
Right.
impeachment doesn't mean, like, we all go back to like Nixon. We think, like, we picture, well, impeachment means I'm not a crook, and he gets on the plane and he leaves. No, he never even got impeached. He bailed before they brought him up on charges. They were going to bring him up on charges. Clinton then got impeached because they indicted him for lying under oath.
Yeah.
And, getting a blow is really a crime.
Oh, I look tired.
Lying under oath, and then they didn't indict him either, so he got away with it. And then you had they impeached Trump twice or three times.
Twice.
Okay,
January
so they brought
6th
him up,
was an attempt to get him to not be able to run.
right? Because they were trying to go with the 14th Amendment, which is if you are in an elected office and you from that elected office you became a part of an insurrection against the government, then you will not be able to hold again a 2/3 majority in the House to give you the approval. But
They like to use that 14th Amendment for everything, don't they?
every fucking thing, it's literally about bringing people back into the fold after a civil war. They're like, whose pensions are we responsible for? And then how do we stop people from trying to take rights away from somebody, being like, you're a Confederate, fuck you. The country will never heal unless you guys are all members of a state, and then you're all members of this republic. So back it off, get along. But you can't. If you're senator for the U.S. and then you become a senator for the Confederacy, you don't get to take your seat back. You don't get to have an insurrection. But that being said, that to me that's very clear cut. The fact that they take every fucking word out of that amendment and then they try and apply it to something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. This is like those women who wear prairie dresses and don't cut their hair. I think I mentioned that on the show before. Like there's one sentence in the Bible that says a woman's hair is her crown. And then they're like, yep, that's why women can't cut their hair. That's what God meant. No, I think he was saying, like, she looked pretty. She looked regal. That's what he said. Nope, can't cut your hair. Can't cut your hair, and that's why she has to wear a dress like that. I'm like, okay, that's why you subjugate your spouses, because of that word. Q.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Hope that goes well. How are the rattlesnakes? Right. But I don't know. I don't get how everyone's. I'm getting spam from the wrong side, sweetheart. Spammed by people saying, "Impeach Clarence Thomas."
I get them too. I get all the email, the stuff.
The
too.
text. Did you add me to a spam list?
Well, I used to be Democrat, so I get all the shit still.
Oh. Yeah, if you want to do something fun, actually, and this is for the audience out there too. If anybody's watching, hey, what's going on? Thanks. If you're not, that's cool. Fuck off. Video on demand, even better. That means you came back. You circled back for more. Talking about, can you impeach a Supreme Court justice? And if you can, are there any grounds? Just because you don't like the fact that what? You don't like that he's conservative?
He interprets the Constitution.
You don't like the way he interprets the Constitution? So what?
They're mad at him also for like a bunch of gun law stuff passing.
So here's the problem: the lefty libtards, they keep pressing their luck.
Yep.
Website. And I listened and I read. I didn't know you could listen to it first. I read the entire oral arguments that came up with what was it? Mississippi versus, I don't know if it was Mississippi. It might have been Mississippi, Missouri, or whatever. It was
It's one of them M states.
13-week abortion issue. One of those M states versus this health place, Planned Parenthood, basically. Where they didn't like the fact that they were banning, except for particular situations, second trimester abortions. The whole trimester thing came up in Roe. This came up 50 years ago. This, like, why would you fuck with something that's already established as not even a law in the first place? It just makes you an idiot. So the amount of stuff that goes through the Supreme Court that is Biden versus something is also ridiculous. Like, keep pressing your luck, libtard. See what happens. You keep pressing your luck and say, hey, that's not good enough. We want 100% freedom and do whatever we want with anything always. And you're not allowed to give us rules. What's going to happen is they're going to, they're just going to, it's not even reinterpret. They're just going to drop it.
With all these gun stuff, there's like several gun cases that are coming up and that have already come through.
Yeah.
And New York and California are the gift that keep giving to gun owners because they keep passing these unconstitutional gun laws and then they keep suing and suing. And for years, the Supreme Court would not hear any of these cases. They've been just sitting there. And now they're hearing them all at once. And gun ownership is about to have a lot of less restraints because of New York and California. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being crazy with your gun laws and trying to restrict like a law-abiding citizen's rights so much that all of us are going to get our guns rights back across the nation.
The Second Amendment is the simplest amendment to the Constitution to understand, and which is why it is literally the dumbest one to ever fuck with. Because
right, well, and that's the problem is that they keep adding these laws.
A well-regulated militia is why well-regulated militia is like important to important to the state. The right to bear arms shall not be
infringed.
Period. States are allowed to have freestanding armies, and you will not mess with their right to have a gun. Period. Interpret that. You can't interpret it. It's not like the 14th Amendment, which is like 85 paragraphs. And they're like, well, that's why we picked the word love and she can't cut her hair. And that means abortions are free. Liberty. We picked liberty. Liberty meant privacy. That's what it meant. Like, the dumb fucking interpretations that came out of these things, they tried to apply as precedent as why it's coming back, and they're like, This is the Supreme Court. It's so beautiful because I listened to it, I watched it, and I read it, and they're kind of like this. They're like, so you're pushing back against these people who want just unlimited baby murdering ability. They're like, basically. But now you're saying that because of this, Roe v. Wade and what was the other one?
Casey.
That they're just invalid and we should just scrap them because the argument's not worth having. They're like, yes, well, that wasn't on the original. And they're like, it wasn't. But when we were evaluating this case, we had to look at precedent, and that's what
precedent is crap.
There's none to go. So we're saying now we're asking to throw out that and throw out this, and then as the Supreme Court justices are debating this, they're kind of like, man, this is the reason why nobody ever touches this watershed, decision is because, like, who are we to make these decisions? This is literally the justices are like, this shouldn't be up to us. They're saying as human beings, those those 9 people should not be the responsible parties for enacting law because that's what you have to do. If you're going to set precedent, then you have to set the boundaries with which to work with that precedent, and then that's called law. Their job is not that. So they were like, God, we've avoided this for so long because...
Didn't Biden just sign an executive order allowing abortions?
It doesn't matter. It has it literally holds no weight. He does not pass law at all. He's not legislative. He doesn't. An executive order specifically is this. If there's anything within my purview that I can control, then that this can impact, then this is how I would like you guys to focus. There's nothing within your purview, dickhead. OSHA wasn't in your purview. Like grasping the straws, you can try and come up with these federal entities that have been created, which because of the nature of them, they're their laws are passed all the time, but it's not law of the land. It's not a federal. Nothing he does is federal law that's going to
Right.
supersede the states' rights ever. It doesn't. You guys don't give the emperor any more power. He's not that he's powerful. He's afraid and he has no authority. He only has the authority that the people give him. So he's going to have a little bit. But I'm sorry, motherfucker. I found it so beautiful though. You are beautiful, by the way. I know you're tired. Now I'm gonna let you go to sleep.
Oh, sweetheart. No, I'm all right. I'll give you a little bit more time.
I found it so.
And I look
I
like
found
crap, so it was nice of you to say that.
You're gorgeous. Stop it. I found it so inspiring what the Supreme Court justices did because not for the decision. I don't give a shit about the topic.
Me too. Mm.
The topic is irrelevant. Whatever the thing is, there's a thing, okay? And the thing is, they said, who are we to make this thing have rules and regulations? And like, this is not us. We're not legislators.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 years ago, the ones who made these decisions, and then 30 years ago, they made all these rules. They made like trimesters didn't exist before 1974, 73. There was no trimester idea. That was just their way of saying, let us kill babies, and at least we'll say, there's some reasonable marker. Pediatricians didn't use that. They just said you're this many weeks. There was no trimester. This fucking mark or this line of demarcation that said something was different from one day to the next. It was arbitrary, but they at least had something. And then they came up with
allowed the Planned Parenthood to create a tiered system because Planned Parenthood can now charge based off of what trimester you're in for your abortion. And then when you get into this, what quote unquote second trimester, that shit's expensive.
Yeah. Murdering the baby who's one day older is going to cost you more money.
And that's how they market it too. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Unplanned, but then the movie Unplanned, she details it's based on a true story. She used to sell abortions for Planned Parenthood, and she would talk to women, let's get you on a payment plan now for your abortion, because if you wait another week, let's just book your appointment today. Like that's how she would set the appointments. Let's book your appointment today because if you wait 2 more days, you're not going to be able to have it at this price.
Yeah, I mean that's sales, baby. That's sales.
Like
that's perfect.
Used car salesman.
Yeah. You have to generate a need, problem, solution, and why we're the best people for it. Absolutely, I could teach people to murder babies. They can sell anything. It's fine. Doesn't matter what the product is. You're not selling a product. You're selling a person. What are the chances? I'm not putting an emotion into it right now. What are the except for pride in the Supreme Court for doing their job? They realized when that case was put in front of them that who are they to even think that they're qualified to sort this shit out? Because
it's not their job.
If they go one way or another, if they say yes, we'll continue Roe, then they're saying that we accept the rules that came with it. If they make any adjustments, they're saying that we are the ones who are entitled and capable of setting this rule upon everyone in this nation. And they said that's not our job. That's why they said, you know what? This is too much. The experts in the states should be making this decision. That's what the Constitution was about in the first place. It's not about me. It's not about lawmakers. But the caveat was they said, if Congress wants to put forth a national law, they can do it. They're lawmakers, right? They can represent the whole. They've never done it. They said it was
50 years.
50 years in. Because they don't actually care.
I've mentioned that before.
Because they don't actually fucking care, guys. It's It's just a way to try and manipulate votes.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Now they're so upset because all the Mexicans that they've been bringing into the country, they don't want to vote for them either. So they're like, fuck. Like, how bad do you mess up when you're interviewing people at the border and you're like, hey, why are you here? And they said, Biden said we can come. Literally saying that. Biden said we can come. And then they get into their community and they're like, let's go, Brandon. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you know what happens is the community says, oh, we're glad you're here, Mijo, but listen, he's going to take everything from you and it's going to be worse than where you were. He's a liar. He brought you here to use you and to abuse you. And they're like, really? They're like, yeah. Well, go Trump. Or go whoever. Go DeSantis. Yeah. DeSantis has a name like us. Like you, God, this fucking libtard progressive.
They're scared of Ron DeSantis too. Oh my gosh, they talk so much trash about Ron because he's powerful.
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you going to do with somebody who has a very, very clear moral compass, a very specific understanding of his and his nation, and he's not only likable, he's likable. He's not funny. He's not funny, hilarious. He's quirky, but he 100% understands the seriousness of the job that he's doing, and he uses the media attention well. But he's not a media whore. He's about his pride comes in actually accomplishing what he says he's going to do. That's where his pride is, and it's not I told you so. It's not go fuck yourself. It's not. It's none of those things. So he's gonna be dangerous. He's all the things with none of the ego. All the things with none of the attitude. Now, I think I think Trump's got that going for him. Is that I think we kind of miss some personality and some drain the swamp and go fuck yourselves. So it might behoove DeSantis to understand that swamp a bit, but I don't know. I don't know how they're going to go head to head because there's unless you're paying mules, there's a certain voter demographic that's going to automatically still love Donald J. Yeah, they tend to be the ones who vote the most. I mean, unless you're Biden, then everyone in the nation votes for you twice. You and
even
Kamala.
If you're dead.
Yeah, even if you're dead. Even I'm the most popular president ever in the history of the universe. Mm-hmm. No, you're not. You're a fucking douche. You're a fucking douche. You're the crypt keeper. So DeSantis, climbing like a tree, or
I date DeSantis. He's a wife, so.
All right, hall pass. He's a hall pass, or you just like trade straight up, like you get an opportunity. That's fine. What if I took DeSantis' wife, then you can have him, then it's an equal trade. Like she's not alone, so you don't have to feel guilty.
But she has cancer.
Oh fuck! I don't need any of that.
Like,
I didn't know about that.
Remember those rumors? Like they were all talking about how he was running scared from his "Don't Say Gay" bill because they hadn't seen him for a few days, and after he got backlash from it, and it was like, and he was doing video meetings and video conferences from the hospital. Oh shit! Yeah, and they were trying to claim that nobody had seen him, but he was still going to all his meetings and stuff, but just remotely.
Oh yeah, that prick.
Because he was in chemotherapy treatment with his wife.
Oh, well, shit. She'll be fine.
Which makes him even more endearing.
I went to every fucking appointment with my ex for everything. Everything. I did the pap smears myself. I'd be like, I just hold the Q-tip to my mouth. scoot your bottom down to the end of the table, please. The OB's like, he knows. And I'm like, right, I do, right? I pay attention. You can feel a little bit of pressure. Here you go. Put that one in.
Oh my gosh, I heard a horror story about that.
I don't get no credit. All right. Going to the oncologist with your wife, like, can you imagine what a career destroyer it would be if he didn't? It would take him not doing one thing that's compassionate with his spouse, and they'd be like, "He's a piece of shit, guys." He doesn't even love her. He just did it because he had to.
Like, but sometimes I feel like, okay, so for instance, with baby appointments, people will talk about, and there's a woman comedian, she talks about this, and she hits the nail on the head here with it when she talks about how, like, everybody's like, oh, he's going to be such a good father. He shows up to all the doctor's appointments. And it's like, well, so do fucking I. Like, you know?
Yeah, you don't get mom points because we all know you're terrible. Jesus Christ. I come in like a wrecking ball.
You're a little loud, yeah.
Where'd she go? Oh, she's in the kitchen. Haley's home.
Haley, hi, Haley.
I was doing IT. I was helping out somebody in my. I was trying to have my background not blurred because I hate it when it has to be blurred. And then I was talking to a person in North Carolina, and then she was an African American woman. And then this view, I looked up. Oh no! That view was in the background. I was like, I think that's against company policy. I was like, I was helping around. I was like, so, all right, let me take care of your computer. Let me see what's going on here. And like, it was enough. It was just enough. I was like, man, the HR guide said to blur your background if there's anything. And even during the orientation, I said, hey, should I blur my background? And I think my background was like the fireplace. And they're like, yeah, it's too much going on. I'm like, you have no idea. You should see the mustache design right behind me. So then I was like, oh, she saw my flag and my Trump. So she's probably not going to love her. And then she said, hey, anyone ever told you that you look like the you look like the guy from the Vikings show? I said, no. Not that I know of. I don't think anyone said that. And she's like, And then I saw Blair walk by her, and she goes, hey, check, come here. This is Jeffrey. He's our new admin for, and she said, can you see me? No, you're behind the blur. So what's going on? He goes, that's my sister. Hey, what do you think? Vikings? And she's like, oh yeah, totally. I said, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm not upset about this because y'all might be a redneck.
Because they watch Vikings?
They watch Vikings and then, were flirting with me, I guess. I guess the comparison was that the Viking guy is cute.
He's very attractive.
Blue eyes, though, so I fail immediately.
You're gonna do that to me. It's like, well, yeah, you guys look alike, but he has really blue eyes.
Mark. Blue eyes.
I can't help it. I like blue eyes.
I know you do. Uh-oh. She hung up on me. Where'd she go? Baby, come back. I have green eyes. No? Not good enough. I said, I was on Amazon shopping. I saw some I saw like 100 Viking beads for sale. That's what I told her. 100 Viking beads. I was thinking about getting some. She's like, you should do it. And then I said, she goes, tell me, she was having a conversation. I was diagnosing your phone system. And she says, "Oh, don't tell me you ride a motorcycle, too." I said, "Well, I didn't have as many rings on, so I couldn't have made the ring joke at least once." I said, "I do. I have. I have one. It's not currently." Anyway, yes. What kind is it? I said, "If I tell you, are you gonna know?"
There's a cockroach.
What?
There's a huge cockroach. There's a huge cockroach. Can you get it?
Where is it?
It's in the kitchen. On the counter.
Mm.
Right there, right there.
Oh.
It's ginormous. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. I have a donut.
Oh, yum. How was
Yeah.
work?
It was really slow. Like, I think that we had like 5 customers in like 3 hours.
Oh, that sucks. That makes it so slow.
I know. But I gotta make origami with my manager. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, we did it with our coupons.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was a little fun. Did you get it?
Yeah. I like origami too. You change your hair color?
Yeah, it's all purple now.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
That's good. Yeah.
Cool.
It's like, I think there's something different.
I'm gonna go eat. Goodbye.
Enjoy. Bye.
Thank you.
Dead, gone.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. There was a cockroach. No.
That's not huge. That's huge. Isn't it funny how different things in different perspectives, some things are big and some things are small? Depending on what it is.
Yeah, like when it's being put into your butt with no lube.
I wouldn't know.
I'm like, baby, honey, spit on it. I'm nervous. You're like, don't be a bitch, Jeff. Can you use a carrot next time instead of a cucumber? I like to kind of work your way into it, sort of thing. It's tapered. It's fine. I can handle that. Like, hello, we're coming in.
You're not.
As opposed to, we're here. That cucumber's scary.
At least it's round on the top.
Supreme Court.
Yeah. I said, yeah.
Oral. Thigh chafing. Moonshine. I just want to catch you guys up in case you missed it. If you missed it, you can go back video on demand. You can pick up the first part of our conversation. This would be Rebecca. TLOML. The love of my life. Jeffrey with the G, you know me. And then Haley, my precocious middle child, just popped in. I went to Sprouts because smallest child, who's 5'9", she's taller than everyone, but she's the smallest, the youngest. She wanted miso soup, so she needed miso, red miso in a squeeze thingy. That's what she wanted, so we had to go to Sprouts for that. That cost me $50. Not the miso, the Sprouts.
Yeah, because then you find everything else you want.
Then I had gluten-free
There's a lot of
donuts.
good stuff at Sprouts.
Gluten-free donuts. Gluten-free. What are those
Oh, I
little?
didn't even pick up on that. She was eating a donut, and I didn't even make the connection. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
gluten-free donuts.
Yeah.
Good job, Dad.
Gluten-free mini eclairs I bought too. Had to. She doesn't like creamy things. Well, not. Depends on the volume. She doesn't like sour cream. She won't eat sour.
Yeah.
She won't eat sour cream. Like it's a texture issue. So, but I don't think the eclair. I think the eclair is small enough. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Yeah, I'm like, look, just put your hand on the back of your head. Let's go for it. Yeah. I made that joke to her once before. When we were having it's a texture consistency, well, gag reflex that she has. Yeah, I think she was like 12. It's probably the reason why she was gay for a while. Maybe 13. I think I made that joke. Well, thank God, don't have to worry about. Anyways, Boston cream pies. They had some of those there too. I didn't pick those up, but they're gluten free. Gluten free stuff is expensive. I think for the 6 gluten free donuts that were frozen, $8.49. So enjoy your fucking donut. I enjoyed mine. Hi. So, what is the one thing that is cycling through the news consistently that irritates you and you wish you can get a soapbox and tell everybody why this thing is false or this thing is bullshit, or what's that soundbite perspective agenda?
I feel like everybody already knows it's bullshit, but it keeps cycling through the news that Putin is the reason for all of our inflation. That Russia,
Mm.
Russia, Russia,
Mhm.
Russia. Which is even funny because when he was giving a speech the other day, he even said, Russia, Russia, Russia.
Did he? What a jackass.
And I'm like, so big.
I like your nails.
Oh, thank you.
People hear sound bites and they believe it. So how do you
Yeah, but I don't think people do believe it because I've seen so many people, like even on CNN and MSNBC, be like, no, but no.
oh really?
Yeah.
So if you're paid and owned pundits, remember they're not paid for by the politicians. They're paid for by Google, Facebook, Twitter, Silicon Valley period, Microsoft, all the big corporations. They're the ones who own the media. Um, Pfizer, Moderna.
Right.
They're owned by business because then the politicians are also owned by them too. Um, Big business needs the politicians to allow them to do certain things, and then the media is controlled by the money because they just want to make sure they get their check. If you could stop that connection, the whole I'm Jeff Bezos and I'm too far away from Washington D.C., so I'm going to buy the Washington Post. So whatever I put out in that Washington Post will be my missive to the government to let them know what I need at any given point and any time of day. Would you break that up? How would you? How would you focus? How would you break up that influence? Would it be go after the corporations or go after the politicians who are doing their bidding?
We start with term limits.
Okay.
That gets rid of a lot of the swampy people.
So
They've been in
like
there for years.
2 6-year terms and that's it, and then like what's with the Congress having to run constantly? It's 2-year term, two. That's too much. They can't be effective if they're spending a year getting used to the job and a year trying to get it back. It's a horrible idea.
Term limits are a horrible idea?
No, having a 2-year term for Congress.
Oh yeah, they should be a 4-year term.
I was thinking like 4 and 6, and then no more than 4, or would you say no more than 2?
No more than 2 terms, just like the presidency. If they did 4 years.
If you're representing,
if they don't change the term, and the term is only 2 years, then they would, I think, 3 terms for Congress. Maybe 4.
I don't think you should represent outside of a generation. So realistically, a generation is 15 years. We like to think 20. So 2 terms for a senator is a generation. We don't need you representing the
terms for
generation
senators.
strong.
Yeah, 2 or 3 for with a 2-year term. Congress could do 2 or 2 or 4-year term.
So, Convention of States. They've got what 20? 20 states of 33 that they need.
Yeah, they're getting there.
It's not going to happen before at this rate. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not during this
Stop it.
presidency.
Oh,
Not during this presidency, and by then it's going to be too late. I don't know. I joined the group. I haven't had time to commit to it. I feel remorseful for that. But I explained it to my guy. They want me to take over the district, and I'm like, I can't, not yet. I'm on my third job in 23 years, and I don't have free time right now. So, although, if you think about it, if you lose your freedoms and you lose your way of life as you know it, would you have thought, man, I should have worked at the office much more than I did? Or would you think, why didn't I get out there grassroots and get some people's attention?
it's tough. You got to put food on the table too, so it makes it such a hard balance, right?
Well, I do sign up as the social media warrior. Basically, was the first thing that I did. So that's actually my current. It's just the expectation that I do more is more. So if I get the message out, even occasionally, I'm technically fulfilling my part. But I don't make it to the Zoom meetings and all the other stuff. I'm like, dude, I've been in Zoom meetings all day. I want another meeting.
Ah, welcome to my world.
Right?
Welcome to the world of working from home.
I know. I want to work right behind you.
You have a desk next to mine?
Yeah.
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 You won't get any work done.
Well, not for a while, but
You'll be
not
staring
for
at me.
not for 3 to 5 minutes at a time. And then focus.
More like 2, but it's okay.
Hey, I was throwing foreplay in there. I know how to come. I don't know what your problem is. Oh, so do you. Okay. The only person in my life I met who would win that race. Man, I'm impressed. I feel like a champ. Hi, so welcome back.
It's like playing pinball. I won again. I won again.
Yay.
Bing, 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 bing.
Better luck next time. What? At some point, it's not did you? It's how long? How many? You can't count? Why not? It was consistent. It was constant. If you can, this has nothing to do with us. I read a book about this. If you can make your partner climax for I don't know, an hour, you win. They win. Everyone wins. Don't be selfish, people. Don't withhold the orgasms. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. How many times did you come? One time for 45 minutes straight. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now that's good stuff. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
That was a public service announcement I had to make. There you go. This handsome devil. Look at you. You're so cute.
I look sleepy.
I know you're sleepy. It's because you were drinking illegal booze by a guy named Don.
Right, but not just that. I was also drinking shots at the bar, and the bartender kept making me whatever I asked him. I was like, make me something. And then he was like, hey, just make me whatever, like whatever. And the thing is, I bought so much alcohol. I don't think he charged me for it all because like I went to go pay the tab and it was like $60. I was like, are you sure everything? Because like
Yeah,
I
like
bought whole
$5 a
shots.
drink.
I bought like rounds, and
Oh
like the
yeah.
whole crew, the old crew was back together. So we had like all of us. There was like 10 or 15 of us there. Plus I ran into people from the gym that I bought drinks for. I'm like $60. Okay.
Nice. Did you have to ride his bull or no?
No. He's he reminded me of like kids I went to high school with. I wonder if maybe he was someone I went to high school with. You know, there's times where I run into people. I went to this fucking small ass school, like 300 people, and I run into people that were like, "Yeah, we went to high school together, Becky." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Hmm.
No, I didn't feel-
Really? Cool.
like,
Hey you, you don't know the name. Hey you, guys. I hate that. I hate that I can't keep track of everybody that I know, or especially those who know me. But it's nature of the industry. Thousands of people have come and gone through various stages of their lives in 20 years. It's like being an elementary school teacher that was drunk instead. You know, like they weren't paying attention. I don't know my student names, but I'll see people. I'm like, hey, what's up, guy? Hey, you still? Hey, you here? You own this? You own this business? Yeah, cool. Did you? Is you like working for me? Yeah. Well, you got any coupons or like free stuff or what do you got?
it's crazy, right? Yeah, call center. You're talking about call center work, right?
On the show. Will you check the front door? See if my package is here. Look, Hunter made a chili dog. I even have little chili dog, little chili dog containers for them. What do you think? Cute?
Nice. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I want one.
Mm.
I don't see it.
All right.
Is that a gluten-free bun?
No, it's for Hunter. They make gluten-free buns. They're like twice the size, and like you can't choke them down. They're like, it's like trying to eat a shoe. Here you go, sir.
So you gotta like dip them in water like they do in the hot dog competitions?
Yeah, like Kobayashi. He's like, oh. Yeah. Kobayashi. He's the reason. He's the one who figured out how to get the buns wet and just swallow them whole. That
Yeah,
guy.
that's my kind of guy. No.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. Him and who's the other guy? The big hot dog eater. There's a little Japanese guy, and then there's a guy who sounds like he can eat. It was like they were always between first and second place. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Listen, public service announcement, guys. Secret time. If I'm still stealing that from Bert Kreischer. Secret time. If your woman brings a glass of water to bed with you, starts dipping the bread before she goes down on you, I would say run, but nah, just tuck in. It's going to be a good time. Good
I've
time.
never done that. So I don't know who you're talking about, but
No,
I'm sure she was great. Miss her.
this was comparing oral sex to a hot dog eating contest. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. If she brings a glass of water and you see her dipping hot dog buns into it, then just lay back and be like, go for it. She's about to change.
Yeah. She's gonna
She's
play a
about
game
to
of gobble the wiener.
gobble. She's about to change your chromosomes. I had a birthday blowjob once that altered my DNA. And I was like, that is a birthday blowjob. I'm against those. Fuck. On principle. Man, I met this woman. She has made me change. She didn't make me change my principles. She made me consider them, though. She said, you want to die on that hill? I'm like, no, not really. No. Thought I did. Missy called me out on it a long time ago. She's like, you had all these like very staunch specific rules about how you governed yourself in the beginning. I said, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. This is this is your launching point in life. Y'all have to have your you have to have what do I say? No, you got to know who you are. You should know at least what are those things called? Character, integrity, virtues,
Virtues, values.
values. Yeah, three core values. Who are you? What are at least three or four core values that are like the most important to you? And then what legacy do you want to leave behind when you die? And that's my. Let's start there. Understand who you are a little bit, and I spent a lot of years forgetting my values and forgetting those things, and then I spent a few years not having any, and then I tucked back into some stasis, and I had to redefine myself, and I came back to myself, and I had a very specific set of rules that guided me in my understanding of things, and it pissed people off, especially some people who didn't like my hard and fast rules. Were not flexible, even though they're technically flexible. But like, if you're gonna have a saying, or you're gonna have a buzzword or a catchphrase, um, you can't qualify the fucking thing because otherwise it slows it down. It's no longer catchy. So if you say men and women can't be friends, you can't throw in a caveat to that and be like, "Hey, listen, men and women can't be friends." I mean, unless let's say that and then throw in like 9 variations of how you can actually be friends with a woman, because then it's not catchy. How do you teach people? How do you teach somebody that lesson? I've had more people positively impacted on the outside of that go like, I hate to admit that you're right, but all of my guy friends end badly at some point. Sucks. My daughter even. God, I hate to admit that you were right, Dad. Ever. But every boy I took camping with me professed his love. I said, why the fuck? You think they just wanted to go camping with you and your mom and Carrie? Like, no. Like, what is wrong with you? They don't want to go camping. And then, Dad, you were right. Oh, no. And then I hear Lisa's tale. He was so helpful on the way out. He helped pack everything. He helped get everything out. He set up the tent. He was doing like live seminars for everyone on how to set up a tent in a campground properly. He thought of things that I had no idea I should even think of. He was so good. And then halfway through the trip, he professes his love to Haley. Haley fucking goes, "What? No!" And now that it's awkward, and he didn't help at all on the way back. At all. It was like last day he sat in the truck just waiting, like, all right, we're going. I was like, I love that story. I love that story. Do you know why he was pouting? Because boys and girls can't be
But it's heartbroken.
Because men and women can't be friends. Men have a wiener, and it points at her direction. He's seen her that way.
Friends with men.
He's seen her that way longer than she has even known that she is that way. Because I would have been the person like, hey, why are you bringing the dude? Well, you want to bring the dude camping? You guys are like 14 years old. You bring the dude? Is he in your gay group of friends? Is he gay? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, we live and learn. Hi.
So Missy called you out on your bullshit.
My point being, Missy's like, you used to draw very hard lines with your beliefs, and then you're like, well, okay, well, I guess in these. She's like, do you don't consider us friends? I'm like, well, I mean, yeah. We never. I mean, aside from when I growl in your and make like BDSM comments in your ear, aside from that, there's never been anything even between us, we're just friends. She's like, see, that's my point. I'm like, I know I don't like that. I don't like that. Remember, we're not friends. She goes, so if I needed help and there was nobody else and I called you, you would just be like, we're not friends. I can't help you. I'm like, no, of course not. Oh, no. She's like, I won't tell Rebecca. I won't tell Rebecca. I'm like, you're going to tell her. I know it.
I'm the one who called you out on it before she did.
I know.
Like, I think Missy's your friend.
I'm a nut. Yeah, kind of. Now she's my ride or die bitch. She did like 6 shows back to back. I didn't know she was off her meds. So she was in Mania, and then I was like, this is fun because when someone's in Mania and you're me, it feeds into what you're trying to do. It's perfect. Someone's like, ha ha ha, keep going, sir. This is fun. I'm like, yeah. I was like, that was an exhausting week. I said, I think Rebecca and I almost broke up after that week. I thought it was like 6 out of 7 days I think we did shows. She's like, yeah, I was off my meds. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, I got you a full-time position on the show. It was fun. We did a lot of ghost story stuff. We did a lot of weird things on the show, but my goodness. Now it makes sense. I can't go Mania with my bipolar friend all the time. You need to go to sleep. I need to. I want to check. I've been waiting for something to show up from Amazon, and I wanted to show you before I got off the show. They said it would be here by 10 o'clock. It's 10:10. If I can show you my penis, the package, then what?
I heard you say something.
Oh, delivered.
Okay.
Should get one of my children to go get it. Child, Nave. Hello, baby.
Hi.
I'm gonna get it.
What? Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm tired. Wonder what it is. It's probably like a penis pump or self-help book. Rope. I don't know. Anything.
How can they say that your stuff's delivered when it's not? I know they do that to you out there in Victorville.
Yeah, because I complain about it all the time.
You can't tell me it's delivered and then have it not be delivered. I don't like that.
He's probably 10 minutes out.
Left near the front door or porch. Lies. Oh, well.
I was really guesses of what it was.
What?
I was like, it's a penis pump or...
Oh, no. I got that from GoPuff that one time.
Yeah.
It's still in my order history. Hey, guys, FYI. Secret time. Public service announcement. Penis pumps, all they do is suck your dick, but not in a good way. At all. They don't make it bigger. They don't stretch it out. They don't do it. Doesn't know. I mean, bigger than when it's limp, sure. It's not sensual. It's not exciting. Doesn't feel good. If you're ever in a swimming pool and you get that water return, on the side of the pool, put your dick in there. It's about what it feels like. It's not good. I know because I've done that.
Both.
Luckily, hello. I'm bummed. They're liars. That part upsets me. I want to show you what I got. I but I want to like show you physically so much more. Oh, this is so sad. It needs to be here. All right, I'll wait for a second. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, question:
Answer.
how much do you like me?
10.
Like right now, not like over time. It's gonna be like a 6.5. I get it.
Right
The
now,
times that
I
you
like
the times that you like me the least during the last year. On that scale of 1 to 10, how low was that number at that time?
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, no.
It's okay. 0 was fine, but I said 1, so you got to go start with a 1. 1's the lowest.
Probably a 2.
2, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Why do you feel bad? I didn't know when we've had conflict. Wait, do we have conflict? Okay.
Yeah, there's been times where I've basically told you to shove it.
Yeah, they say that you can't change who people are. You can't change people, and that's true. You can't. Um, I think you can support people, and you can support them if they want to um, explore. Like a different part of themselves. If they want to. If they want to bring out the quiet person that was been hidden this whole time, and they want to explore that more, you can do that. But it's not a matter of changing people. You can create an environment and create a relationship that allows them maybe to celebrate parts of themselves that they are used to not celebrating. Um, that being said, I feel like I've helped change Rebecca in some ways. I've been a conduit, some small ways, and here's a small way. She's not particularly confrontational. She don't like to hurt people's feelings, and she's likely to let you be an asshole and still tolerate your existence for a while. Now, since I don't know last summer, um, she has proven that she can absolutely immediately tell someone to go fuck themselves, um, not tolerate their shit for longer than like 10 seconds, and uh, and then even make assumptions about like why they're in that spot to have pissed her off so much, and then go ahead and kick that person in the nuts a couple of times just to make sure he understands that he's rotten at the core. Like it's impressive. Like that's my baby. Like this is all I ever wanted for her. Boundaries with a fucking chisel and a hammer, not just the boundaries with a B. Oh really? Fuck you. You just cut my leg off. That's a boundary. Don't move your leg. Cut your fucking leg off. Oh, what about my feelings? Fuck your feelings. I respect myself. You respect me. Get the fuck out. I'm so proud of you. Growth. Growth. I know. I sound mocking, but I'm not mocking. I'm actually very proud of her because she'll punch me in the face when I need to be punched. And she'll
Not ever heard officially, like
she'll take a shit on my bed, and then burn my rats. That's rat shit. No, rat poop's too small.
No, I'd blame one of the children.
Yeah, that could be true. It could be true. But that's legit. I know I tease. here's how I know that you're actually effortless to be with. Um, like when we're together, actually physically together in the same environment, because then all the guesswork goes away. You know, just no guesswork. I can tell how you feel and what you mean because I can see it on your face all the time. You know, I can gauge things very quickly, and all the little peccadillos and the little assumptions that we make when you're having a long distance relationship and you don't always have the advantage of the face to face conversation in between, as you create a lot. You know, there's a lot of assumptions, a lot of creation, yeah, and you create a foundation that's based on like hope and possibility, potential and truth, and then at the same time, these little imagined slights and issues that you think you have to contend with each other until you're actually face to face and you're like, oh, those things aren't even real. That's so weird. That's so weird. I always, when you say that, I always picture the sarcastic smirk on your face, like you're like, and then like I see you saying, I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. I've been irritated at that for a year now. Like it's dumb what you read into. It really is dumb. Um, that being said, you're my favorite person. You are, and I'm very glad that um, I think we both try to honor this new idea of forging a relationship in truth as much as possible. Um, like Jordan Peterson says, try to tell the truth, or at least try to not lie. Right? He's a psychologist. He knows human beings. We lie, we protect, we cover up, we do all these things. We have all these machinations to do it. He's like, you you may not be able to tell the truth all the time, but at least try not to lie. So we said, let's try and be honest with each other, and let's try something unique, which is we'll be honest and we'll communicate from that place. It doesn't mean we'll always be successful. Doesn't mean that we won't fall back on old patterns. It doesn't mean that we won't apply, trauma experiences with somebody else to you, and you me. It doesn't mean we won't make crazy ass assumptions and assertions that are unfair, because it's going to happen. It's just called being human. But let's choose at least try and operate from some truth, and make sure we communicate it. And promises that I made to you were, I don't hold grudges. I mean, I can purposely hold a grudge. Like my ex president of my company, for 5 years I just wanted to outlast him at his own company. But that grudge served a purpose. I was still employed, so I needed a job. But I promise you that I won't. I don't hold grudges. I try really hard to not weaponize the past. I try hard to not do that. And definitely a past that you had before me, past that I had before you. If you hear me tell stories about crap that went on between Lisa and I, it would not be fair for you to try and use that as leverage and an argument against me, right? And the same. I can't take an argument that you had with your ex-husband 25 years ago or 20 years ago and then use that against you. That's not fair. We live and we grow. So, I love you. That's it. I'm not going anywhere. Just heading towards you, sweetheart. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I appreciate you taking your exhausted, dehydrated, moonshine drinking party ass on the show with me.
And I got more shit to do tomorrow. Yay.
We're crazy. What do you got going on?
Wrightwood.
What do you have going on?
Going to Wrightwood.
The fuck is Brightwood?
Wrightwood, it's a mountain town. They have the festival there. I'm going there with a couple friends.
Cool. No idea. Hey, here's the thing.
I'm
You're
always
not
on the
beholden.
road.
You're not beholden to me to tell me or to make sure that my where is Becky itinerary is always up to date. So I literally ask her all the time, like, wait, what are you doing today? I forgot. I flaked out completely. Nails. I'm like, oh, okay, I remember nails. Yeah. You got a split nail, that one thing. Yeah, okay. I like your nails. And she said, okay, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna be offline. I'm gonna be. I got theme park. What? Did you ever tell me about that? She said, I may not have, but I'm just
I
giving her a
did tell you
general
about Six
example.
Flags, I thought. I thought.
No, like the day before. It's all right. It happens with my ex too. So she thinks I'm Carrie. She's like, I told you. I'm like, did you tell me when we were in bed together? Because that hasn't happened for years. That wasn't me. Um, I'm like, could you take notes? She thinks she's telling me. One of us needs to not ignore her. Take notes for me. But yeah. And then sometimes she'll tell me the same thing 5 times, and I'm like, I wasn't paying any attention. I'm sorry. That's on me too. Sorry. She goes, at least she goes, I like that at least you're honest. I'm like, right? That was that thing. I was like, I totally ignored you on that. And you were excited. I heard excitement and I still couldn't tune in. I still just was not engaged. I'm sorry. You're an
Sorry,
ass.
sweetheart.
Yes, ma'am.
You are an ass.
True story. Yeah. Roofies and soaking.
Hmm. When is that? What is that?
So a man puts his, his phallus in her
Chalice?
chalice. That's when I fell in love. Chalice. Woo! Perfect descriptor. Perfect. All right. You need to go to
Ain't
bed,
mine.
sweetheart. It did. Thank you for coming on the show. Everybody give it up for TLOML Rebecca, otherwise known as Becky Bear.
Bye, babe. Have a good night.
I'll probably play a commercial. I'll tuck you in.
Okay.
And then I might be done, but I gotta keep the show going until I get my box in the mail. So, fucking Amazon liars. All right, baby. I love you.
So, love you too.
I'll talk to you soon. I'll call you in a minute.
Okay. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, host this with the mostest. That's me. I'm the hostess with the moistest. All right. You got to see what came in the mail. I really hope they. I hope they're just lying that they didn't deliver it because they hit their 10 o'clock mark. And when you're with Amazon, if you don't hit your marks, they'll pull your route. They'll stop paying you. I didn't realize that they were tracking you on GPS every which way, and they'll send out like backup drivers to get your package taken care of one time. So I think they sometimes they just lie and they hit the button and say that they've delivered your stuff, even though they haven't. I get it. However, don't toy with my emotions. And what do you do when you don't take a picture? You're supposed to take a picture, right? So, check this out, baby. What is this thing? How does this work? Upgrade, 9 seconds, preview, add voiceover, So I like online editing services. I like things that are unique and so this is called Pictory. I took one of my blogs and I dropped my blog into Pictory, and it made a video for it. It took out keywords, and then from those keywords, it made titles. It's hard to keep up willpower for any length of time. It says. Next slide. Yes, we can stick to a low-fat, 1,000-calorie diet and go hungry for a week or two, but eventually our willpower fades. And making this little vegetable video. Next slide. Yes, we can do exercise. It looks like he's about to have a heart attack. I look like that just urinating. So you can add stuff, you can loop the video, hide the text, you can zoom and pan, you can add voiceover, whatever the case may be. Oh, let's skip. Next one. What do we got? What about getting up to take the kids to school every day, every morning, brushing their teeth, going to work every day? Does that count as motivation? Those may not be our favorite things to do either, but we do them daily without the risk of running out of willpower. Do you have willpower? Oh, back up. Because they have become habits. Oh, is this person about to smoke? Yeah, burning the butt. That's a habit. They are so ingrained in what we do and who we are that we do them without considering skipping a day or a week. Habits. Putting on your gloves. We don't have to make a conscious decision each day to shower or drive to work. So grab these slides on its own. Pretty cool, huh? It's just what we do, a habit. When you start to think about it, there's an inverse relationship between habits and willpower. That was my blog post. There's an inverse relationship between habits and willpower. When you first want to build a new habit, it takes a lot of willpower to get it done, day in and day out. Is he like trying to intimate you have to be a pimp? As you start to establish that habit, it becomes easier and easier to do until you don't even have to think about it anymore. All the best habits I had became ex-best habits as soon as I realized that if I became conscious of them, I would fail. Conscious of the habit can kill it or bad. That's all it takes, though, is consciousness. What do we got here? And just being aware of this process helps us stick it out. See? That's it. That's pretty dope. Let's see if we can edit this text a little bit, though. I don't like this. Upload voiceover. That one I want to recenter a little bit more. Highlight. Background color. Text shadow. Oh, I guess that's fine. Oh. All right. Is that it? We know There's a light at the end of the tunnel. What? Hey, will you check and see if anything's been delivered? Front door. Hey, sweetheart.
Nope.
How about the mailbox? They said it was delivered. It's packed with 4 things in it. Nothing?
Nope.
Gosh dang it. Thank you for looking.
Yep.
While transition from willpower to habit, we can use tools to make it easier. Use a to-do list or set a reminder to help stay on track. Remember, this is pretty cool so far, yeah? What do you guys think? Should I pay for it? I think it's like $30 a month or something. I like the idea of taking my my posts and turning them into like cool, like little videos, right? I feel like that's useful for like the YouTubes, right? Oh, find an accountability partner so the two of you can motivate each other and help bolster that willpower. There's some virtues. Even something as simple as laying out your running clothes the night before and keeping sneakers by the bedside. Do you do what you can to help your willpower along until you've made the new behavior a true habit. After that, it'll be easy and automatic, and you've created a new lifelong habit. Just like tying your shoes, baby. You don't have to think about it anymore, do you? So, what do you think? It's kind of cool. Drop my blog, put the script together. It does it automatically. You can change things as you see fit. Oh, you think I can find some use for it? I do, actually. Put this video blog right on my website, put it up on YouTube. Actually, I think it's pretty cool. So you ever wonder, like, if you're on YouTube and you're watching, like, Jordan Peterson or Joe Rogan clips or any podcasts that are doing well, you're watching your clips, and they're often mixed to, classical music with different images, and they take their stories and they're modified to be more beautiful. It's called fair use, under the fair use doctrine. And it's perfectly legal to do it. And it's perfectly legal to be monetized doing it. So, Let's watch it. So what do you think? It's not bad for a little drab and drop. It's not too bad at all. All right. Anyway, Shelf Help Show. Jeffrey with the G. You know me. Do me a favor. If you haven't followed on Twitch, go ahead and follow. If you do Prime Gaming, Amazon Prime Gaming, you can do one follow and one sub a month at no additional cost. We would love to hear at the Shelf Help Show and the Atomic Door Squad. If you could commit that to we few, we proud, we nerds. Rat news. You guys want some rat news? You want to know what's going on in the rat world? So I started a site called 19 Rats and Counting because I wound up with 19 rats. And one was a pet, and then from that pet came 2 were invaders that became pets. And then from that 2 that were invaders that became pets, there became, 12, 13 that were invaders that became pets. And then where do we go from there? 3 that were rescues that became, some of them were pets. 2 of them were pets. One of them, Mufasa, I'm still working on hand taming him. He's a monster. He's a little vicious. He's right behind me hanging out. He is He's like this big, and he bites. And he was obviously mistreated, probably by young children, in his cage, because he will come at you through the cage and try and take a hand off. Once you get him outside the cage, though, he's quite docile and quite nice. But he's bitten the children, all of them. He's bitten me. The funny thing was not knowing, not being told when I got him from the rescue that he was vicious. He was in a dog or cat carrier, basically. I could have made the assumption his body language was like ready to fight, but I talked to him through the carrier for a while. I opened the top, I reached in, I scruffed him, I picked him up, put him on my chest, held him, cuddled him for a while. The younger daughter took him over to the couch, at which point he bailed, buried himself in the couch, and after a little parry and fighting with her, bit her, nipped her once and bit her with intent the next time. Put him in a cage, said, okay, well, we need to be a little cautious of him. He's obviously a little nervous. And then my son comes out and goes, hey, who's this one? I said, this is a new one. He bites, so be careful. And he goes, okay. Ow! What? He bit me. Did I not just tell you this rat bites? Well, I heard you, but I just didn't know how much you meant by bites. Like reach through the cage, grab you with his little hands, take your finger in and bite the shit out of you. So, my guy's hanging out over here because got him out of the cage yesterday and gave him some attention. My first two, my first two rats from the wild batch were Elmer, because he was stuck on a glue trap, and Timmy, because Timmy from Manitoba watches the show sometimes. What's up, Timmy? Timmy la. And of course, South Park. Let's make fun of people who are handicapable or neurodivergent. So, those two boys are the sweetest. Hey, Hannah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted to grab a baby or two and bring them over.
Maybe.
Yeah. James and what's his nuts actually just reached in there and grabbed him, which is surprising with her. She didn't get too upset. They're on top. Are they on top?
No idea.
They were on the top. You want to give her a snack?
Oh, yeah.
She's been cool otherwise. I mean, she jumped at James, but she didn't bite him. I was surprised, and even the other kid just reached in and from the top though. What kind of snack is that?
Grapes.
Oh, she likes them better if you bite them in half, because then they're juicy immediately. Oh my gosh. You want to sit down and talk about rat?
Sure.
So, this is how we have now. We're up to like 30 rats and counting. I do a task for you, and you'll understand why. Um, I need you to check the white cage to see if you can spot anything that looks silky and smooth and like it doesn't have testicles. I fear that there might be one female in there still, and I don't need 100 rats. So, anyways, here you go. The floor is yours.
I have a baby rat. Little. They're so cute. What to say about baby rats? Baby rats can't see for a while. They're so cute. Um, their moms grab them by the scruff of their neck, which makes them, flail, of course. But they're little. They're so cute. I don't know what really to say about them. Um, but I don't think they can see until 3, maybe 4 weeks old, which is fun. Um, and they're absolutely tiny. What are you doing? I don't know where Dad went. He just disappeared. Um, yeah. You have anything to say? This one was at the edge of the upper part. The mom has been moving them around since they're like 2 weeks old, maybe at most. And they are absolutely tiny, these little pups. And then they've already learned to clean themselves, and their tail is absolutely tiny. I don't think you can see it. It's right there. It's so small. But so are they. It's like the half the size of their body, which rats' tails are usually the size of their body. I don't know why it's like that, but they also have whiskers and all these little babies. They're kind of inbred, but like it's fine. They're rats. But these have little dots on their forehead, and it's very cute. It's like Elmer, one of our big boy rats. Their ears are pushed back, which is very sly, and yeah. Whew, he almost fell. They're so cute. I can't believe people feed these to their snakes. Um, because I'd be very sad if I had to do that. Because I love rats. You couldn't tell by like the 30 rats we have. Right now they're cleaning themselves. It's very cool. Rat. The baby rats love to explore and try to dig, even though they don't have their eyes open yet, which is a little strange, but I can't judge. I'm not a baby rat. I think it's just their instinct. And speaking of instinct, there was this thing where a monkey was a group of a family who treated them the same, and the rat had not the rat, the monkey had the exact same or had the same instincts that monkeys have, but like humans act exactly like other animals, but like, what is a human like instinct? Because language isn't one of them. That's something that's taught. Walking on two legs is taught. I don't know what exactly would be a human quality. So there's your thought of the day. What is a human quality that isn't taught? Baby. Hi. They're very cute. You knocked over the fan. Would you like to say something?
My box came in.
Baby. Where?
It was underneath the table.
Oh, I'm stupid.
So you want a treat spot? You can sit on the there. Hannah's enough for everybody. Rats. The box is here. So, I got my first full paycheck at my new job. I was able to pay my bills and have a little something left over. So, I wanted to purchase something that I would find entertaining. I could utilize on stream or podcast, and then possibly my place of employment, which is here. I work remotely. So, will you unwrap that? Don't show it yet. Those must be my items. So I can do anonymous reports. The money looks legit. People were saying they handed out to bums. So I had to get this. I think I need a hood. What do you think? So you guys know this as Anonymous. The character is based on Guy Fawkes. Guyfalks. Guy Fawkes. He's, I believe he was a Frenchman who basically led an anarchist attack against the government and tried to take it down. You guys would know that this is used by somebody who leaks information. So when I have to report that my projects or my development projects are not due yet, I will be anonymous. When I do conspiracy theory news, anonymous. So that's what that is for. I was told that if you crumple it up a little bit, they look real, like real. we got some stacks on stacks. New job. So it's $10,000. It's $10,000. So my kids were complaining that I didn't give them allowance. So what do you think? Should I give them some allowance? What happened to that one?
I shrunk it.
The plane looks pretty real. You can tell the paper is a little off. I think on Amazon people were, well, it's not made out of linen, you know. People were like, yeah, just crumple them up a little bit and then put them back together. Just give them a little bit of legit feel. These are the most realistic looking play monies I've ever seen. This one's a little jacked up, a little dog-eared. What do you think? You want to go to the liquor store and see if you can get something?
No.
No? You don't want to commit a federal crime? All right. Hold on. There's one more thing. Hey, you left your superhero. Your mask. Anything else?
Batman. Woo.
Mm. Hmm. Batman had a beard. Oh. Um, it wouldn't work quite as well, would it? What do you think? So it is correct that um, I can't imagine if you were an actor and you were actually done up in all this crap. Like, you can't see shit. Anyway, I figured I could uh, do some business segments with a voice like this. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. What do you think? Good? All right, how about this? Um, what do you think? Okay. Oh, shit. Can I do anonymous Batman? I'm Batman. Oh, shit. So, that's the show. That's all I got for you for now. This is what my new salary got me. Other than it hurts my eyes. Anyway, I bought 2 masks and $20,000 worth of fake hunters. It'll be a segment. Watch for it. All right, that's the show. That's what I got. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Saturday. I'm anonymous. I'm anonymous. I'm anonymous. I'm anonymous. Hey, Missy. What's that thing I say to get off the show? Oh, yeah. Love one another and love yourself. Good night. Where's the button to get off this fucking thing? I don't know. But I hope you figure it out soon.
That's what she said.
Looking for a local child grooming service for your boy or girl? If so, you've come to the right place.
We're proud to be the premier local child grooming service, and we pride ourselves on being progressive, woke and pervy as hell.
Our child grooming staff is fully trained, effective and has years of experience grooming all kinds of kids. Not just binary ones, LOL yeet.
We can groom your child so well, that your taxpayer dollars will support it. In not too long we will have her or him, or they, or them. It doesn't matter the pronoun, you idiots. It matters that we own your children.
So contact us now to arrange a grooming appointment for your lucky him or her today. It's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen anyway.
Fuck Jeff Coy's mom?